Glenn, do you have any Vaseline here? So in the late 90s, I got a call from a producer who wanted me to record and mix this album for a new country artist. And she was great. Let's call her Jen. Very talented, sweet young lady. Maybe a little naive or gullible. But we started working on the album together, and things were going well, and she eventually started really falling for the producer, which can happen sometimes, and he was having no part of it. I think it really started to annoy him quite a bit. We were getting near the end of tracking the album, and we were on one of the final songs, and it happened to be this big, epic ballad. She was really struggling with the vocals that day. We had probably done, 30, 40 takes. And this is on 2-inch tape. I mean, we were on analog tape then. So it was a lot more difficult to comp and have unlimited tracks like we have today. It's a different process. She kept struggling. We worked on the vocals. We kept working and kept trying to really get the heart and the soul behind this particular song, and just wasn't quite landing. And she was batting her eyes and doing the puppy love thing yet again, and the producer was really getting irritated by it all, and that and probably all the takes we were doing. And he looked over at me and he said, "Glenn, do you have any Vaseline here?" And I was thinking, man, that's a weird question. But we kept some in a cabinet that sometimes you'd use on, real delicate parts on a tape machine or something. And I said, man, I think we have some in a cabinet. Let me look. So I ran and grabbed some and came back and gave it to him, and he said, "Watch this." And he proceeds to go in the vocal booth where Jen is recording. He told her that he needed to put Vaseline on her lips to bring out the intimacy that this song needed in the vocal, and she bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. She was so in love with him that I think she would have done anything he asked her to do. If he'd said, "Stand on your hands and sing," she would have done it. So I'm in the control room, hearing this over the microphone, and I'm about to die. I mean, I'm just freaking out. And I thought he's gonna have her put a little Vaseline on her lips, and that'll be that. But I was wrong. He proceeded to pack Vaseline in her cheeks and her gum between her teeth. And not just a little bit, a lot. And it was rolling out of her mouth. It was unreal. And I'm in the control room at the console, about to fall on the floor. And I'm thinking it's a short joke, it's a prank, ha. Wipe your mouth out, we'll continue. But nope. He made her sing through this song multiple times with Vaseline packed in her mouth. And I felt sorry for her. I didn't know what to do. Half of it was hilarious, half of it was pitiful. He's dying laughing where she can't see. I'm about to die laughing. We're cutting this song. We do a couple of takes, and it sounds like her mouth's full of something because it was full of Vaseline. So after those takes, I think, okay, prank's over. Let's let her clean up, and we'll get through this song, and thank goodness it's over with. But the producer had something else in mind. He went back into the vocal booth and doubled down, meaning he packed her mouth full of more Vaseline and told her that it wasn't enough the first time. Most people probably would never have done it the first time, but this young girl in her 20s, practically in love with this guy, like I said, would have done anything. And she smiled and soldiered right through it yet again. So here we are, 2 more takes, mouth even more full of Vaseline this time, running down her cheeks. I felt so sorry for her. And we got through it, he let her go rinse her mouth out and wipe off, and never told her that it was a prank. And I felt so sorry for Jen, this young 20-year-old who was infatuated with this producer and would have done anything he said. I'm sorry. And no doubt, that song's still out there and lives on to this very day.